Hello everyone once again and welcome back to PAX and Recreation, and today we're going back to Kamigawa with Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, and one of the weirdest wrappers I ever seen in a Kamigawa or a collector booster overall. So what's in the box? So what's in the as usual, a bunch of collector boosters that I will be very insistent on telling you to not buy this and just buy the singles while we open them together and have fun. So, fun, quote unquote. So, I don't know, if you can get dopamine from me opening them, that's money that you save, so don't be like me, study. So, the whole thing, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty collector boosters. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty is such a home run of a set. The aesthetics, the fact that it came, on the tail of Cyberpunk 2077, the gameplay, the draft experience, and just some of the artistic choices here. So, experimental synthesizer. Because as you will see with some of these cards, and when we get to the special treatments, even you can even do a proper draft with a collector booster, even though that will be a very financially weird. But look at this. Look at this lens. Look at this. It is amazing. And yes, for some people it's like, well, is that really a Magic the Gathering? Well, the symbol is here, so, can't get better than that. Asari Captain. The special treatment is kind of weird. I never went too crazy about this treatment, the special treatment. I don't get, what are we trying to... Silver for Master. Prosperous Thief in foil. So some of them are foil, some of them are not foil. Invoke Despair. Well, there you go. Like, just starting and chicka boom boom, chicka boom boom, bam boom. This is a heavy hitter. Oh, this was a heavy hitter in Standard. Then it was banned. It still works in Commander. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. They repeat this process for each enchantment and a Planeswalker, which is, not very expensive at all for a Commander game. And in foil, Ruthless Technomancer, which screams Akira to me somehow, this art and this treatment. Light Pulse, Emperor's Voice, Fox Advisor in full art. Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa in full anime style. Kyodai can be a 5-color commander, flash flying. When Kyodai enters the battlefield, another target permanent gains indestructible for as long as you control Kyodai. And then if you pay 5, it gets 5/5 until the end of turn, which, it's decent. Invoke Calamity. So you have Invoke Despair and Invoke Calamity. You may cast up to 2 instant other sorcery spells with a mana of 6 or less from your graveyard and or hand without paying their mana cost. It costs 1 and 4 red. If those spells will be put into the graveyard, exile them instead, and then exile this card. A Construct token is also a Spirit token. So now, on to the next booster. Kamigawa. We haven't pulled a green card yet? Crazy. So Kamigawa is one of those sets where I think, like, my personal theory is that the whole reason why Kamigawa Neon Dynasty is still a thing, or the main reason why Standard became 3 years instead of the usual 2 that we were used to, is because of Kamigawa. Because the set is so well designed and so good for draft that, although it can be also great, 1 in foil, 1 in non-foil, crazy. It can be also because of the fact that, well, no one likes to throw away the entire deck every 2 years or less than that. Tameshi Reality Architect, not bad. Myojin of Green Betrayal, amazing looking card. Shigeki no Kyojin, Jukai Visionary, not bad. And I see something crazy in the back. Let's see. Nashi Moonsage Scion, not bad. In anime style. Legendary creature, Rat Ninja. It has ninjutsu. Whenever Nashi Moonsage Scion deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of each player's library until the end of turn, you may play one of those cards. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana rather than paying its mana cost. Ooh, Hinata. Downcrowned. Such a dangerous or such a pain in the ass commander for sure. Everything is cheaper for you, everything is more expensive for the others, and it has flying and trample. A nightmare. Secret Mender, nice. So, Kamigaway Neon Dynasty was what knocked at my door to be like, yo, time to play Magic the Gathering again. I was like, whoop, if you say so, let's go. It took me some time to come back in full force, but then with Phyrexia will be one, there I was. March of Burgeoning Life. Universal Surveillance, March of Otherworldly Light, so Burgeoning Life, Otherworldly Light, not bad, Totoro Much, and Lion Sash. Oh man, this card, I use this card in Standard so much. You pay 1 white, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a permanent card, put a +1/+1 count on Lion Sash. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on Lion Sash, and you can reconfigure it and make it an equipment for someone else. Not bad. Surge Hacker Mech. Whenever it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control to target creature, planeswalker your opponent controls. This is not the one that was banned. I don't even remember the name. Something Mech. But everyone was using that card. Like, between that one, Invoke Despair, and what was the other one? The Fable of the Mirror Breaker, I think that was. Those 3 cards, they ruled Standard for so long that, you know, their banning was like, well, okay, it makes sense. Like, we're not going to be like, oh, it's like, yeah, it makes sense. Sorry, Captain, which, again, it makes you think, as of many journeys, I used to discuss so much. Some people say, like, well, if you need to ban cards, then that means that they didn't design the cards well. And it's like, well, I mean, in a Standard, maybe I can buy you that, because Standard is a closed format, so they know all the cards that are compatible within, you know, Standard. But also, Otawara Soaring City, let's go. But also, it was made at the same time that they expanded the Standard, so these cards weren't meant to play with the newer ones. And plus, that's the official pretext, but the actual pretext is like, yeah, they were just dominating the meta. The Reality Chip, not bad. Tatsunari Toad Rider, very cool looking card and kind of crazy. Oh, the Kami War. 1 and Wooberg. It says, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls, then return up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then each opponent discards a card, and then exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transform under your control. Oh, Tezzeret. And it becomes Okagachi Made Manifest. Okagachi Made Manifest is all colors. It's a 6/6. It has flying trample, and whenever it attacks, the defending player chooses a non-land card in your graveyard. Return that card to your hand. Okagachi Made Manifest gets +X+0 until the end of turn, where X is that card's mana value. Interesting card to build around. Not the craziest, you know, for something that is Wooberg and 1, but again, maybe in a Standard not, but in Commander it's fairly easy to get that. Fang of Shigeki. Thirst of Knowledge, Heiko Yamazaki. The Shattered States era. Amazing. Amazing and beautiful. Sky Blessed Samurai. Plus the flavor, like you had ninjutsu, samurais that get stronger when they attack alone. The whole reconfigure thing. So you had like classic Kamigawa, so classic Japanese stuff, plus cyberpunk stuff with reconfigure and all that. And this is the only set where having anime style or manga style cards makes perfect sense. So no one can complain about it. Iron Soul Enforcer. Mukotai Soul Reaper. Okay. Thousand Face Shadow. Not bad. Ooh, what a nice looking card is this. Invoke the Winds. So, invoke Despair, invoke, and now invoke the Winds. Gain control of target artifact or creature, untap it. Not the craziest thing. Human Monk and Spirit. But it's certainly beautiful, the freaking card. At the end of the video, we always pick, when we do collector boosters, we always pick the best looking card of each color or category. God damn. So stay tuned for that and to tell me how wrong I am because you prefer another card, which I always welcome. Because opinions are like butts. Everyone has their own. Oh, this is a plate of plastic. So, Nezumi Blade Blazer, okay. Season of Renewal. Assassin's Ink. You can... Come on. Malicious Malfunction. Boseiju Reaches Skyward. I also use these in standards so freaking much. It converts into Branch of Boseiju. I love it. Another great thing. I think that the planes are the ones that these planes, because you have the other planes. So, and that's the beauty of the Kamigawa lands. You have one that is more like nature and one that is more like civilization, which is a perfect summary of Japan as a whole. Peerless Samurai. Nezumi Blade Blazer. So you have a bunch of Nezumis, one per color. Futurist Operative. Mukutai Ambusher. Greasefang. Okiba Boss. Rat Pilot. So they are rats and they do stuff. They go in motorcycles most of the time. Myojin of Towering Might. Not bad. Tribute to Horobi. Invoke Calamity. It transforms into Echo of Death's Wall. Ooh, Raiju Storm's Edge. Human Samurai. First strike, whenever a warrior or samurai you control attacks alone, untap it. If it's the first combat phase of the turn, there is an additional combat phase after this phase. So, a great commander for a samurai deck. Samurai only deck. Because that's the thing about doing a samurai only deck, is that you really need to go Voltron or something, because they really want to attack alone, but a lot of them are like, if it attacks alone, it gets plus whatever for each samurai you own. It's like, so you want me to have a bunch of them, but only attack with one. So depending on which samurai you use to attack, it actually, it can actually be worth it, but a lot of times it's just like, beautiful, like lacking words for this. Aki Ronin, Guardians of Oboro. Golden Stalker, okay. Inkrise Infiltrator. Hidetsugu consumes all the transforming lands. Ooh, Shorikai, Genesis Engine, because you have to have a mecha. Funny story about this. One of my favorite precons is the one from Kamigawa. Well, there's only one in Kamigawa because the other is illegal. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, you have the auras one and you have the vehicles one, the artifact one. So the artifact ones, this is the co-commander, and then the other one is about auras. Why the aura one is illegal? Because it comes with a card repeated, and as you know, commander is a singleton format, and there's a whole drama about that. Which, give me a second, I will show you because I actually have it here. So I even put it in this nice box that kind of reflects the whole thing, and the sleeves as well. So it's the Chishiro deck. The Shattered Blade. And why is this thing illegal? Well, because of the following thing. You have Mossfire Valley twice. And because of that, this precon is illegal right off the box. Like, you can't play with this precon, you have to replace something. And in true Wizards of the Coast fashion, when people realized, people were like, sorry, what? I can't play with this. And Wizards was like, that's crazy. You should try and change it for a land. It's a forest. It's a forest. Just change it for a forest. Now, Wizards tried, to shove it under the carpet, and people were like, are you sure it's not a Nisa card? Because there's a legendary Nisa that actually fits because of one of the tokens that comes with the deck that is not generated by anything else. And Wizards, instead of owning their mistake and be like, yes, and this is how you get the card or whatever, they were like, nope, it's a forest. And if you don't like it, sorry. It's like, it doesn't make sense that it's a forest. So the other one is the one with the Prodigy Pilot and Shurikai as second commander. But apparently, I am dumb because I always look at Shurikai and was like, oh, okay, great. This is amazing with the commander because you can, this is her mecha. So there you go. But it's like, no, this is actually the better commander because it's an artifact, a vehicle, it can be your commander because it says so there. It's an 8/8 for 2, 1 white, 1 blue, and it has pay 1 and tap, draw 2 cards, then discard the card, and you create a colorless pilot that this creature crews vehicles as to the power was 2 or greater. So you can just drive this with a pilot. I don't know, it's trivia time, sorry. Hinata again. I can't read that without thinking about Naruto. Tribute to Horobi again. And a Ganjo Uprising. Which, very nice looking card, I have to say. A treasure token and a spirit token. Actually, I don't think there's any other special thing happening, so we can put the tokens here. The most recent sets have me traumatized with all these different types of things that can appear. And you just have to make more and more room on the playmat space, so that's trending, nice. So that you can just, fit it. Oh, there you go, amazing as well. I just love these lands. Jukai Trainee, Aki Running, Dokuchi, Shadow Walker, Fang of Shigeki. I love how the foils in this style actually change the tone of the color and they just pop. March of the Wretch Sorrow. Amazing looking card right there. As a card is okay, but like the art is crazy. Aerial Surveyor from the commander decks. I like this card as well. All the mecha things. March of Burgeoning Life. So you have all the marches as we already established. Ishin, 2 heavens as 1. So this is one of the most dangerous, pain in the ass commanders. And there's a meme online apparently that like people never saw another Ishin player, even though they are an Ishin player, or like no one's seen an Ishin player ever, and he's one of the most popular commanders. And there is a reason for that. It costs you 1 red, 1 white, 1 black. It's a 3/4 that says if a creature attacking will cause a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time, which is ultra dangerous because that means that anything that you have that says if an attacking or after attacking or anything that says attacking, it will trigger twice. So, yikes. March of Swirling Mist to complete the cycle. And a pilot, which is one of the things that you create. This creature crews vehicle as though its power were 2 greater. So it's crews for 3, basically. Kamigawa is one of those sets that I'm just like, man, I love this set. It's like, Phyrexial Will Be One has of the modern sets. Not modern in the format, but like modern, like recent sets. Phyrexial Will Be One has a place in my heart. Because I came back, look at this. Woo! Because I came back because of it, or like with it. But Kamigaway was kind of late to the party, but it just slapped, man. And there's so many references to a lot of stuff. Nezumi Prowler, but this time in foil. Why not? Mindlink Mech. The mechs are on fire. Katsumasa the Animator. Oh, this is in the commander deck. This card is a pain in the ass if you play it correctly. People will just love you. Lizard Blades. And, the Dawn Sky. The Dragon Spirit. So when it dies, choose 1. For 3 and 2 white, is a 5/4 Dragon Spirit with Flying Vigilance. And when it dies, you choose 1. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put any number of non-land permanent cards with total mana 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of the library in a random order, or put 2 +1/+1 counters on each permanent you control that's a creature or vehicle. Thundering Raiju. Look at that thing. Amazing. Very Godzilla looking, even though this is not the Godzilla set, because that's technically... what's the name of the set with the Ikoria, right? So, by the way, the reason why this is a pain in the ass is because for 2 and 2 blue, it has flying. It's a 3/3 and says, for 2 and 1 blue, until the end of turn, target non-creature artifact you control becomes an artifact creature, and it gains flying. If it's not a vehicle, it has base power and toughness 1/1 until the end of turn. And it says, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 3 target non-creature artifacts. So this is in the vehicle deck, and non-creature artifacts, those are vehicles, so your vehicles keep getting pumped for every turn that thing is there. And just as long as you keep it alive, your vehicles are getting more and more dangerous until boom, there you go. Tamiyo, rest in peace. Selfless Samurai, Spinning Wheel Kick. Tatsumaki Senpukyaku, that's what you mean? The Long Reach of Night, artistic, beautiful, beautiful. Seven-Tail Mentor, Peerless Samurai. Again, when it controls alone, the next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less to cast, so you need to have them all together to do nothing and just have one attacking, which is Coiling Stalker, or you just attack with it because you can trigger it. Coiling Stalker, Hidetsugu, Devouring Chaos. Black, sacrifice a creature's cry 2, and if for 2 and 1 red, untap, exile the top card of your library, you may play that card this turn. When you exile a non-land card this way, Hidetsugu Devouring Chaos deals damage equal to the exile card to any target. Komainu, Battle Armor, which is very Senseiya, so yes, please, baby. Weaver of Harmony, Brilliant Restoration. For 3 and 4 white, return all artifact and enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield, which is yikes. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, look at this thing, it's neon blue. It's amazing, looks like the Batman Who Laughs, which technically, yeah, I think that's the inspiration. But like, yay, 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 look at this thing, yay. Jin-Gitaxias, or Jin-Gitaxias, because if it's GIF instead of GIF, well, but Jin-Gitaxias Progress Tyrant for 5 and 2 blue is a 5/5 legendary creature fire action praetor that says whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn, and then whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, counter that spell. This thing is crazy, and it's beautiful. I mean, just look at this freaking thing. It's beautiful. I mean, yikes. For 5 and 2 blue. Expensive though, but beautiful. Oh, amazing card. Look at that color. Look at how it contrasts with everything else. Yikes. A construct and a spirit. Now, the box is worth it just because of that. It may not be the most valuable card ever. I don't care. It's pretty and certainly a pain in the ass. You can have it as your commander. I wouldn't have it as your commander because it's not something very synergistic to have. Like, having it as your commander is just useful so that you can summon it whenever you want, but you can't build that much around it. Like, you build until you get to it and then you keep it alive. So I guess, beautiful. So I guess that's the thing. But as a card in the 99 in a strong blue deck, yikes. Soup of yikes. Selfless Samurai again. Moonsnare Specialist, Dokuchi Warrior Walker, Shadow Walker, Jin-Gitaxias again. So, well, remember when the Praetors were appearing in planes and stuff like that? Look at this. Now, this card is pretty, and it may be worth whatever. Like, I don't care. Nobody's in the screen. The thing is, this card is useful. This card is great. But now, by contrast, look at that blue. Look at everything. It's so shiny. It's so weird. Those colors. It looks like a proxy. It looks like a card that you shouldn't have. It's just woo. So there is that. Then Swift Reconfiguration, which is very nice looking as well, and a very cool card. Oh, the Wandering Emperor in the same booster. Oh, now that. So Jin-Gitaxias, sadly not this one because that will be the most loaded booster ever. But Jin-Gitaxias in foil and the Wandering Emperor in the same booster. Now, that's what I call a booster, alright. The Wandering Emperor, for 2 and 2 white, I use this card so much in the standard. It has flash. As long as the Wandering Emperor enters the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you will cast an instant. And you will be like, why is that? Well, because it has 3 loyalty, and you can pay 1, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains first strike until the end of turn, which, it's cool. Then, for -1, you create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance, which is actually good, and -2, exile target tapped creature. You gain 2 life. So the whole play with the Wandering Emperor is you play it on your turn when someone is attacking you or after someone is attacking you, and you exile that creature and you gain 2 life. So, there is that. And then Lizard Blades, because of course, why not? Look at those. Look at that lizard. Sorry, I'm too excited. Ooh, Eiganju as well. Eiganju, Seat of the Empire. This is the best booster ever. Eiganju, Seat of the Empire for 1 white. It's a land that gives you 1 white, and then you can channel it and pay 2 1 white, discard it, and it deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each non-legendary creature you control. For each legendary creature you control. Then a pilot and a samurai. What a loaded booster that was. I mean, that might as well be the last one. This is the last one, but if that was the last one, that was an epic end to this video for sure. Now, this booster, sadly, is the last one, and it can't live up to that booster in any possible way, because that booster was just... so, there is no way that thing is repeating. And I'm not saying it like when you throw a Pokeball, when you were a kid and you throw a Pokeball at your Pokemon and you press B, I don't want you, so that it does reverse psychology and you actually caught them. No, I just mean it for sure. There's no way I can get 2 crazy boosters in the same box, because that's normally not how probability works. So let's see. Eiganju Exemplar in foil, very anime-like. Blade Blizzard Kitsune, Futurist Operative, which we have a lot of this. Thundering Raiju. Okay, not bad. I like the other art, but this is actually great as well. Rampant Rejuvenator. Interior Crocodile Rejuvenator. Tameshi Reality Architect, not bad. Satsuki, the Living Lore, also not bad. Again, the problem was the other booster. And then Takenuma, Abandoned Mire. Legendary lands gives you 1 black, or you can channel it, discard 3, 1 black, discard it, and you mill 3 cards. Then return a creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Costs 1 less to activate for each legendary you control. Ironically, the best lands are the green and the blue one, normally in Kamigawa, and Spirit and Samurai. So, crazy right there. Now let's look at the best looking card for each color. Again, best looking, not the most expensive, although I think it's going to be this one, the Wandering Emperor. But, I mean, this is also amazing. But I think it's more of the shock. This is also amazing. Because of the Wandering Emperor, this is also amazing. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty has a lot of great looking cards, and the treatments are this is cute. The treatments are just crazy. But I'm going with the Wandering Emperor because, I mean, for blue, you know what it's going to be. We don't even need to look at the rest. Look at that thing. Yikes. Now, I mean, it may not be the most expensive card ever, but it's just so pretty. God damn. Now for black. Oh, this is pretty. For black, I don't know if we pulled anything too crazy. Maybe at the beginning. Oh, this is pretty. Maybe at the beginning with Invoke Despair, but it's not full art. So I'm going with Goshintai between these two. But Goshintai of Hidden Cruelty, I always liked it. It's just so creepy just looking at you right there. We don't have that much in red, but I think it's going to be the Thundering Raiju that is attacking the city because it's amazing. Plus it's in foil, so everything you want for Christmas is right there. Invoke Calamity is also great and it's very anime looking, but that Thundering Raiju just walking in kaiju mode is just... Plus here it looks like it walks. Here it looks like it flies, and it doesn't have flying. Every time I play against one of my friends that has a deck with that, by the way, is is a Ishin deck, and Thundering Raiju doing its effect twice is a pain in the ass. I always think it has flying because of the art, and it's like, nope, it doesn't have flying. So in green we pulled a couple of pretty cards for sure. March of Burgeoning Life is cool. Oh, this is cool. Like this one on the back is amazing, but pixel art, hahaha. So yeah, I think it's going to be Myojin of Towering Might. Like, look at that, amazing. Now for multicolor, tough choice. Ishin looks great. Hinata looks great. Shurikai certainly looks great. Hinata in foil, I think, takes the prize. I mean, look at that thing. So there is that. Well, here not much of a choice. Ironically, not that many artifacts. I guess because things just reconfigure to become equipment and stuff like that. And then for the lands, Eiganjo and Takenuma. Oh, we have Otawara as well, but even though it's, I think, more valuable than the others, it's not as pretty. I'm going with Takenuma. And then let's do the tokens as well. Why not? So the tokens, I think, well, this is the most special one. So if we go by the special ones, I guess it's going to be that one. But pretty. Fun fact, I don't know, hot take or something, but I think that the tokens in Kamigawa and Dynasty are kind of ugly. Like, no offense to the artist, like whatsoever. I just think that maybe the shading or something, they just all look like very plasticky, like all the illustrations. And now for these lands, now this is the one that always wins if I recall the other videos, but because it's just so perfect. So there is that. Let me know what you think about the pools. Spoilers, amazing in the same booster, crazy. And what do you think about Kamigawa Neon Dynasty? You want to come back to Kamigawa again? It's one of the craziest revivals that Wizards ever did, because Kamigawa was old school Japanese, samurais and all that, and they never come back to it because it wasn't successful. And then they came back with the full cyberpunk thing, and gameplay wise is a banger, visually is a banger, everything is a banger. So do you want them to go back to Kamigawa? Maybe let's do like Thunder Junction, and everyone is a samurai, right? Like, since everyone can be a cowboy in Thunder Junction, let's make it so that everyone is a samurai or a ninja in Kamigawa now because of the omen paths. Then you want to see Jace as a ninja, or I don't know, give me one character. I don't know, Marquesa, Queen Marquesa as a geisha or something. I don't know, that would be great. So let me know down below. As usual, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all those cool things that the cool kids do. And I'll see you next time on PAX and Recreation. Bokuto.